Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to go ahead and teach you how to use your controller effectively on WRC generations. Now, I've been getting a lot of comments about this being hard for a lot of people on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and even PC. So if you're using an Xbox controller or a PlayStation 5 controller and you want to learn how to use that, this is the video for you. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go right down here to options. We're going to go over here to controls. We're going to make sure our steering left and steering right are both at -5 on the sensitivity. You're going to want your dead zone at 10, and then you can just leave the saturation, all of that the same. So this is the most important part, is making it the -5 and the dead zone. You want the dead zone at 10. You can play around with this if you want faster steering, but I would say for learning, this right here is the best setup for learning. So we're going to go ahead and get out of that. We're going to get into the race. We will be doing this in the hood cam, but I want you to notice this. Okay, so I want you to go slow, and then right when you get to a corner, first of all, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold directly up on your joystick. Push the joystick forward. And then as you come to your turns, you're going to rotate from left to right for your turns. You're going to let off the throttle, and you're just going to turn your wheel slightly so that you can start turning these corners. Now this is going to help you to learn how to steer, because essentially is what you're trying to do is mimic a steering wheel in a car. That's the whole point of holding directly up on your joystick, is so when you rotate, it's trying to mimic that rotation of a car tire when you're going around these turns. Now you'll want it to be kind of subtle, because that's the way it is in a car. That's why the dead zone is actually helping you to be able to not turn, like to make it not so fidgety, because you see how small your joystick is. You rock it just like 5 degrees. You don't want your car like turning really super quick or anything like that. So that dead zone is going to kind of space that out a little bit so that you are not getting one-to-one steering, but you're getting pretty much it is a little bit dumbed down, not too much, obviously. It's only at 10, but it's just enough to where, like, when you're holding directly up, you've got about, 5 degrees left or right before the tires actually start moving, which definitely helps, trust me, because if you're holding straight up and you barely twitch it a little bit, you don't want your car to just start turning. You want it to be able to sit there and ride straight. So that's what that's helping with. Like, turning off the dead zone is pretty dangerous, because then you're going to get more of one-to-one steering, and it's going to make driving like this a lot harder. So as you can see, like on this controller, I'm being able to hit these turns and do just well, kind of coming down on that. Right now we're using the Xbox controller. In just a second I'm going to switch over to PS5, and I'm going to use the DualSense 2 for some more steering. Now we're going to go ahead and stop it right here. I'm going to go ahead and unplug that controller. That's the Xbox controller. We're going to plug in the PlayStation 5 just to show you these settings will work with both controllers. So we got the PS5 DualSense hooked back up, and now I don't have no more sound for some reason on the we are using the PC version, but as you can see, the steering is basically the same. Now the PlayStation 5 controller, a lot of people are struggling with this. I do struggle with it as well. It does have a little bit. It is a little bit harder to stay on that and to move your steering. I think the most I struggle with is turning right, though. Turning left isn't too bad, because that's pulling it closer to the rest of my hand, whereas doing the right is pushing it away, so that's extending my thumb even more. But with the it is still possible. You're just going to have to you're going to need big hands for this. You're going to need a little bit bigger hands for the PlayStation 5 controller, just the way it is, because your hand is going to be kind of stretched out. I'm not even going to lie, it does cramp my hands out pretty good to play like this. That's why I don't play the PlayStation 5 version as often. just because of the fact that it is a little bit tough. Now, if you had a DualSense 4 and you're playing this, like, not a DualSense 4, but a DualShock 4, that one's not as bad for sure. Like, that controller is a lot bit easier to be able to steer with. Like this one right here, like this PS5 DualSense is a bit tougher. Most of the comments that I am getting are from the PlayStation guys, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that yes, this is still possible. Yes, it's going to take a little bit more practice on your part because just because of the stick placement. I'll be honest, man, I've been playing PlayStation for a very long time, and to tell you the truth, like Gran Turismo is one of my favorite games, but I would always turn off the sticks and just play that with the D-pad. You can switch your steering for the D-pad in this too if you want to. If that'll make it a little bit easier for you, you can 100% change from the joystick to the DualSense. I'll show you how to do that real quick. We're going to go ahead and continue. We're going to get through that. We'll continue again. Back out of this menu. This is like a last resort though, guys. I would recommend learning how to use the joystick. It'll make the game a lot better for you. But you can just go over to options. You can go over to controls. Go down here to steer left. Once you click that, then you can assign your key, and then you can just push the D-pad on both of those to go ahead and reset that to what you want to do. So if you want to set it up for the D-pad, you can do that, but you're still going to have to set up your sensitivity is going to go back to like 0 or something if you do that. But as it sits right now, I would leave it at -5. The -5 right here, and try to learn that with the joystick. You notice how all my settings change when you go to the D-pad. Yeah, it'll reset those to where you can use that. So yes, you can use the D-pad, but I do recommend that you learn with the joystick first. So if you guys like this video, if you thought this was good, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll make some more of these, and maybe I'll show you eventually how to do that. But I think you should practice with your throttle control, practice with your driving, and getting used to the rotating left and right. If you need to go to the training center or the open map, do that as well too. The more you do it, the better you're going to get, and the more natural it's going to feel. You need to teach yourself that muscle memory, and this technique works with every racing game. So you can use this in all of them. So everyone you're playing, practice this and get better and better and better, so that you can enjoy these experiences. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one, and thank you for watching.